The Chaetopelma Olivaceum, commonly referred to as the Middle East gold tarantula or Israeli gold tarantula, is an Old World species native to regions of the Middle East, including Israel, Jordan, Lebanon, and surrounding countries. Known for its golden to olive-brown coloration and adaptability to arid climates, it is both a hardy and fascinating species to observe. However, like many Old World tarantulas, it comes with a temperament that may surprise those unfamiliar with its defensive nature. Understanding its behavior is key to appreciating this spider and keeping it safely in captivity. The temperament of the Chaetopelma Olivaceum can be described as highly defensive, bold, and assertive. This is not a shy tarantula that will quietly retreat to its burrow when disturbed. Instead, it often stands its ground and uses threat displays to warn potential threats to back off. As an Old World species, it does not possess urticating hairs like New World tarantulas from the Americas. This means that when it feels threatened, it cannot rely on kicking irritating hairs into the face of a predator. Instead, its primary defense mechanisms are speed, strong threat postures, and a willingness to bite if provoked. In captivity, Chaetopelma Olivaceum is known to be one of the more defensive tarantulas in the hobby. When startled or disturbed, it may raise its front legs, display its fangs, and even strike at perceived threats. While it does not seek confrontation for no reason, it is quick to respond if it feels its base is being invaded. Keepers often report that this tarantula will not hesitate to charge if provoked. This can make enclosure maintenance challenging for those unprepared for its reactions. For this reason, keepers must always approach it with caution, especially when opening the enclosure or moving decorations. The Chaetopelma Olivaceum is extremely fast, capable of darting across its enclosure in the blink of an eye. This high speed is a natural survival adaptation in the wild, allowing it to avoid predators and capture prey quickly. In captivity, however, it means that even experienced keepers must be careful when feeding or cleaning its habitat to prevent escape attempts. Its reactivity also means that sudden movements near the enclosure can trigger defensive behavior. This tarantula tends to be more alert than many other species, often watching and reacting to movements outside its enclosure. As with other Old World tarantulas, Chaetopelma Olivaceum possesses potent venom. While its bite is unlikely to be fatal to a healthy adult, it can cause intense pain, swelling, muscle cramps, and other unpleasant symptoms that may last for several days. Because of this, handling is strongly discouraged. It is not a tarantula for physical interaction. Instead, it should be enjoyed visually, with the keeper respecting its boundaries. Using tools like long feeding tongs or forceps is essential for safe care. One of the more fascinating aspects of the Chaetopelma Olivaceum's temperament is its active and industrious nature. This species is a prolific webber, often covering much of its enclosure with thick layers of silk. It also enjoys rearranging its habitat, sometimes moving substrate or altering its tunnels and hiding spots. Unlike many burrowing species that remain hidden most of the time, this tarantula is often visible, especially when hunting. It is an opportunistic predator that will quickly ambush crickets, roaches, and other feeder insects. The temperament of the Chaetopelma Olivaceum makes it unsuitable for beginners. Its speed, defensiveness, and venom potency require that the keeper has prior experience with fast Old World tarantulas. This species is best suited for intermediate to advanced hobbyists who are comfortable managing defensive behavior and preventing escapes. For those with the right level of experience, however, it can be a rewarding species to own. Its active nature, striking coloration, and heavy webbing make it a fascinating display tarantula. If you are keeping or planning to keep a Chaetopelma Olivaceum, here are some important safety tips. Use long tools. Always feed and maintain the enclosure with long tweezers or tongs to avoid close contact. Secure the enclosure. This species is quick and strong. Make sure the lid is escape-proof. Minimize disturbance. Only open the enclosure when necessary to avoid triggering defensive behavior. Observe from a distance. The best way to enjoy this tarantula is by watching it go about its daily activities without interfering. The Chaetopelma Olivaceum has a temperament that is fast, defensive, and alert, traits that make it both exciting and challenging to keep. While not aggressive without cause, it will not hesitate to defend itself when it feels threatened. Its speed and potent venom mean it should be treated with respect and never handled directly. For experienced tarantula keepers who appreciate a bold and active spider, this species can be a standout addition to a collection. However, for beginners, its temperament may be overwhelming, making it better suited for observation rather than interaction. With proper care, respect, and safety measures, the Chaetopelma olivaceum can provide a fascinating glimpse into the behavior of a truly remarkable Old World tarantula.